Good morning and welcome to Wake Up and Rise, the morning show that brings you the latest information, motivation, and inspiration you need to rise above. I'm your host, Dustin Williams, husband to the last good woman on earth, father to 3 amazing kiddos, and Kentucky's favorite real estate expert. Each episode is designed with you in mind, providing you with insightful tips, daily inspiration, and strategies to succeed. So grab your cup of coffee, settle in, and let's rise together because it is time to wake up and rise. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Wake Up and Rise, the show that fuels your day with inspiration, motivation, and the latest strategies to help you rise above. I'm your host, Dustin Williams, coming to you live from a makeshift studio here in my home office in my new-to-me old house here in Paris, Kentucky. It is September the 4th. We're in the Burr months now. We're in September the 4th. It's 6:31 a.m. And we're going to dive into a topic that we're going to dive into one of the most influential financial books of our time. It's A Tale of Two Dads. That's right. Two dads. The guy had two dads. He had his biological dad and he had his best friend's dad. And it was two different mindsets, two different perspectives, and it really influenced him. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book has changed the lives of millions by thinking, or shifting the way they think, rather, about money, about wealth, about financial freedom. So grab your cup of coffee, settle in, and let's get into this. Let's explore the key takeaways that can help you achieve financial success. So I read this book. It blew my mind, man. It blew my mind. Just some of the stuff that he taught, just some of the stuff that he taught in here, and we'll get into that. But it had such a profound way, or a profound influence on the way I thought about money just by reading his book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is based on Robert Kiyosaki's experience growing up with two father figures. His biological father, the poor dad, and the father of his best friend, who was the rich dad. And these two men had very different attitudes towards money, work, investing, education. And it just influenced Robert's understanding of wealth. Enough so that he wrote this amazing book. The poor dad believed in the traditional path. You get a good education, a secure and stable job. You work hard, climb the ladder at the corporate job, and you value job security, a steady paycheck. But he always struggled financially despite his education, and he was a very well-educated man. And all his hard work, he worked very hard. And on the other hand, his rich dad taught Kiyosaki the power of entrepreneurship, of investing, of making your money work for you rather than you working for money. This difference in mindset is crucial. I keep coming back to mindset. I'm telling y'all, mindset is everything. Your financial success is largely influenced by your beliefs and your attitudes about money. It's how you think about it, your perspective. One of the most powerful messages in Rich Dad, Poor Dad here is the importance of financial education. He argues that our school systems focus on traditional education, learning how to be a good employee, but they fail to teach us about money, and as a result, many people lack the financial literacy needed to manage their finances effectively. I didn't get much financial education out of the school system. I feel like I was failed in that area, but I feel like I was failed in a lot of areas growing up myself in small town Appalachia, Kentucky. And I'm not necessarily blaming the school system. You know, a lot of these teachers and stuff in the school systems work with what they have, work with what they are given. I not a conspiracist. I just think, there's more to it. The ideal of education and, how America functions, I think, is off of making little robots who go out and do all the work. It's a bigger picture than just blaming the school system. The school system serves something else. So we don't give a good financial education in school. We just don't. We don't teach kids about money the way that we should. And me growing up, nobody in my family really understood money. They never was taught about money, and so they didn't really teach us about money. They didn't know any much about investing. They didn't know anything about assets and liabilities and all these incredible things that Robert Kiyosaki talks about here. They just didn't know it because I didn't come from a rich family. This right here, this diagram right here, this pattern flow of money. I mean, that, if nothing else, that's one of the most powerful things in this whole book. Right here. It just shows you the flow of money from just a median household income, middle class family versus a rich family. I mean, little things like that. Never learned those things in school. No, we watched movies in high school. I remember spending classes watching movies or learning the different colors in rainbows and all that stuff. Like, come on, man. We got to do better. And financial education isn't just about knowing how to balance a checkbook. As a matter of fact, in the modern world that we live in, I don't write that many checks. I don't need to learn how to write a check in school. If I can follow instructions, I don't need to spend a whole class period writing checks. That's not that thing anymore. But the concept behind that, it's all digital banking now. Do we teach our kids about digital banking? Reading this book has made me think how I can better serve my children and educate them. So I'm thinking about this thing with my own kids. How do you save money? It's about understanding how money works, how to invest it wisely, how to build wealth over time. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of learning about assets and liabilities. This is just an ingenious explanation if you read this book. This knowledge is key to making smart financial decisions. Remember, it's not about how much money you make, although if you make more, it's easier in a way because you have more to throw at things. But really, it's all about how much money you keep and how you make it grow. Assets and liabilities, another cornerstone of his teachings. He defines an asset as something that puts money in your pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. This simple yet profound distinction can change the way you view your finances. For example, many people believe that their home is their greatest asset. I'm one of those people, Robert Kiyosaki. But Kiyosaki says that if your home is taking money out of your pocket through mortgage payments, maintenance, taxes, it's actually a liability. That's his take on it. Do I agree with everything Robert Kiyosaki says? No. But I agree with a lot. Do I agree with everything Dave Ramsey says? No. But I do agree with a lot of things he says. So I'm just giving you his take. So Kiyosaki says that your home does take money out of your pocket with a mortgage, and I get that. Um, Also, Dave Ramsey and Robert Kiyosaki both have said things like, if for certain people, if you know how to use your home, you can actually make money on your home. So keep that in mind. In contrast, investments like rental property, stocks, or businesses that generate income or assets because they put money back in your pocket. The goal, according to Kiyosaki, is to focus on acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities. And his shift in focus is key to building long-term wealth and achieving financial independence. Kiyosaki also stresses the importance of entrepreneurship and investing as paths to financial freedom. He believes that the traditional job role model, trading your time for money, limits your potential for wealth. And instead, he encourages people to start businesses, invest in real estate, or find other ways to create passive income. See, here's the thing about Kiyosaki. He has it right about trading your time for your money. I mean, he encourages everybody to go out and be an entrepreneur. And I'll tell you this: it can be a great opportunity, but entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Get educated before you just jump in. If you like to talk about that, I'd love to talk to you about it. I don't mind to talk to you about it at all. I've read a lot of books. I've done a lot of research. I've talked to many entrepreneurs who've started businesses and now they have multi-million dollar businesses. I have some, some takeaway from that kind of experiences that I've had. But entrepreneurship, it allows you to take control of your financial future and create multiple streams of income. It does. There's risk, which we could have a whole other episode on risk, but it can help you create multiple streams of income. Investing, whether in stocks, real estate, or other ventures, is a way to make your money work for you, even while you sleep. The key is to take calculated risks and continue to learn and always be looking for opportunities to grow your wealth. You can invest in real estate and not really own the real estate. There's all kinds of strategies these days. Um, I would say there's some types of investing that are a little bit more passive. But in the world of real estate, you have all these gurus who talk about passive income. Most real estate investments are not passive. A lot of them's not passive. Try to change my mind. I have a friend who has very successful Airbnbs. A lot of people think Airbnbs are passive income. Airbnbs are not passive income. It's a lot of work. It can be a lot of reward, but it is a ton of work. You have to do all your research. You have to know your market. You have to know exactly where you need to put this Airbnb. You have to know how you're going to get it out there, your clients, that kind of stuff. You have to do the research, and then on top of that, you're owning another home. So you have to do the research into that. You have to keep up with that. You have to keep the books. You have to follow the money. You have to maintain the house. Like, it's just a ton of work. There's nothing passive about it. Somebody's doing the work. Let's talk about something that holds many people back. It's fear of failure. I've had it myself. This is the last key that I'm going to talk about. Kiyosaki shares that his rich dad taught him not to fear failure, but to see it as a learning opportunity. Every successful person has faced failure, but it's how you respond to those setbacks that determine your future success. Kiyosaki encourages us to take risks, learn from our mistakes, and keep moving forward. Don't let the fear of losing stop you from playing the game. Success is not about failing, it's about learning, adapting, and continuing to pursue your financial goals. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that your financial future is in your hands. Take the lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad that challenge us to rethink our approach to money, to embrace financial education, and take control of our financial destinies. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to elevate your financial game, these principles can set you on the path to success. And with anything, get this book. Don't take my word for it. Don't take the internet's word for it. Get this book. Read it. Chew up all of the meat that you can get out of this and spit out the fat, man. Get your own thinking, your own ways of thinking. This is to help motivate you and give you strategies and give you a perspective of somebody else. But get this book, read it, get thoughts for yourself, get your own financial game plan, and stick to it. You can do it. Thanks for joining me today on Wake Up and Rise. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to share it with somebody who could benefit from waking up and rising here together every day. And as always, keep rising above, guys. Stay motivated and make every day count. I'm your host, Dustin Williams, Kentucky's favorite real estate expert. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. with another episode of Wake Up and Rise. So get out there today and shine, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, bro. Yeah. I feel like I could rule the world. I know I could be what I want to. Above all, be yourself all the time. Let no one tell you what you can't do. It's all about life and progression, motivation and the lessons and the blessings that come with it all. And if you feel like quitting, don't stop, keep going, cause you know they love to see you fall. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to ball. Cause I ain't had enough and I deserve it all. I put my all in it like no days off. On the road, let's travel, never looking back. Like,